Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another NTLkrayZ Shoutcast! And we today are going to be watching a game between Level 1 Ninja and his red Protoss opponent, flyingsaucer. Alright, let's get things started up nice and dandy. And we will start with flyingsaucer, and apparently he has a sick portrait. Unfortunately, we can't see it. Dang. That would be awesome, because apparently it's 6. Apparently he has 250 random wins. So apparently this player is pretty dang good. And it looks like he is a platinum player. Not bad at all. So we should have a pretty good game. If you have been following my channel, and I hope you have, you will know that I've shoutcasted a few of Level 1 Ninja games, and he is not that bad at all. He has been crushing his foes, and generally Zerg, and this looks like it should be good. He won his last game with an amazing use of the mothership. And here we go. Both of them looks like they're doing basically the same build, except he does have the platinum player does have his pylon out a heck of a lot earlier. Apparently he'll never get diamond. Oh, that's kind of sad. Although he is ahead on his build order, it does look like. Let's see here. We have 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Yeah, he's about 10 up. Alright. As you can see, he's usually between 3rd and 10th. That's not bad. That's pretty close to diamond, big guy. You might be able to get there nonetheless, flyingsaucer. And it looks like they've got two little buddy probes, and I think he didn't quite see it. Alrighty, here we go. This should be a very, very good game. And I know I'm kind of rambling, but unfortunately this is the beginning. And generally, games like especially mirror matches generally have a very large macro phase. And I haven't really been paying attention to what's going on here, so if you want to watch it, then go ahead. It's for you to watch. If you can read it, hopefully it's entertaining nonetheless, because I know I'm not very entertaining. And no trolls about that, please. That comment was, I guess, kind of a dumb comment. Probe, get back to work. This is one thing that Level 1 Ninja really does need to work on, shift queuing his probes. He has them build, which is great, and his timing's usually pretty good. But one thing he does need to remember to do is shift queue. This probe could be working right now instead of just waiting. Go ahead and send it to work and pick up another one when it comes back. That's the thing about Protoss, is just the way they work. Alrighty, let us see what flyingsaucer sees. He does not quite see. He does now know where his base is, and there's the early zone. He does, in fact, know that it's there. It looks like he's going to be allowed to scout. Alrighty, and Level 1 Ninja knew about his opponent's base much earlier. He does, if he clicked on that, he will know that there's a double gateway coming out. And let us see what we have here. We have a gateway forge in cybernetical. Looks like he's just getting tech here. He is going to place a cannon here, which is really nice, because it's going to... Generally, when people do it, they attack move into this area right here. This is where they'll click on their minimap. They'll just go to A and then right click, or A and left click, excuse me. So that will bring his units right along here, and they'll go whoom. And that, if we looked at the range, remember, that's all right here where he'll be able to hit. And it looks like he's going to drop down another cannon. No, he's going to drop down a pylon. Nicely done, getting a little bit of an overlap here. And let's see here. Let's look at our unit tab. We have 23 versus 17. And here is the difference between a gold and a platinum player, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the probe difference. Look at the buildings. Look at the army. Let's see if the APM matches it all. You know, interesting. APM does not mean everything. This is a platinum player against a gold player. And look at the APM. It's very, very different, although his APM is now they about even out every now and then. Alright, going back to the production tab, because that's the one that we really care about. We do have warping going down, and they look to be about similar distances. Yeah, about the same time. We do have a sentry coming down for Level 1 Ninja. If he can pull this off, that'll be very, very amazing, and it will make my day, ladies and gentlemen. And at the time I'm recording this, it is about 1:30 at night. So we will, if it will make my day, that's a long day it's made. Apparently he started in silver. Well, that's better than me. I started in bronze and had to work my way up to gold, and now I'm a high-level gold player, generally around 10, just because I don't play all that much. I'm too busy shoutcasting for you guys. Although that should change as I have joined a league, and hopefully I'll be playing. If I'm given permission, I would love to cast some of theirs, but unfortunately I have to get permission for that first. If I don't, then they should end up on YouTube anyways, as there's a caster who will be casting them. Alrighty. Going back to the production tab, we have a ton of pylons. Did he pylon block himself? No, he didn't. He just likes lots of pylons. Does look? Nope, he is not. He probably should. One thing I've noticed is look at his minerals. I do this all the time. I'm horrible at macro. I'm horrible at micro, which is why I'm at gold. And he could, although, ooh, was he saving up for anything? He's got a bunch of pylons coming in here. No, those are stalkers. That's what he was saving up for. That's where all his money went for. A nexus. And here we go. We have a battle coming in. The stalkers are coming in. Just too many stalkers, too many units. He is going to fall back. He might have been able to push. I don't know. He doesn't have sight, which means that he can just... Like I said, I really don't like the look in this... He could push. The question is how many units can he get down, especially since he just went into a 4-gate. He doesn't have a Robo Bay. Just look at the difference between these two. Going back to the units. Actually, let's go to the income. The income is an extra 200 to 300 minerals per minute. That is huge, ladies and gentlemen. That's 3 zealots, or a couple stalkers, or maybe even a couple sentries extra that the red Protoss player can produce. Having the higher income is key. Look at the harvest count, 29 to 21. Remember to pump your harvesters, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very, very risky expansion happening right here. The reason is because look where red is focusing. He might be able to snipe these 2 zealots, or at least force them to push back. Let's see if he gets them. Can he snipe the 2 zealots? Attack the zealots! And he gets one. Can he get the other? Yes, he can. He did snipe the 2 zealots. Nicely done. There are more stalkers coming. This is extremely stalker-heavy army as another sentry comes in. Look at the minerals, guys. Look how low these minerals are. Great macro now. Now that he's finally got his base up, he's been able to spend all of his resources, and he's spending them wisely. He's putting down another photon cannon there, but he has a advanced pylon. He's spending them on stalkers, which are great against the zealots because they can range on the zealots. Although it looks like we're now turning into, it now looks like it's going to be a stalker battle. Going to the army tab, blue needs to get more aggressive in its spending here. He's sitting 44 under 50 to 61 over 116. The difference between these two players is immense. This, again, shift click, guys. Queue stuff up and you shift queue it all up. That way then you can get much more happening at once. He is Maynarding. That's a pretty small Maynard. I'd like to see an extra 3. Remember, 8. There are 8 mineral patches, so if you put 8, it does mineral here. This is going to be coming in tough, and like he says, it's coming. This is going to be tough, huh? Alrighty here. It does look like he's going to be able to force his opponent back. That zealot, although kind of outnumbered, he is able to get quite a few good shots in. It does look like he might have the upgrade advantage. He does have the upgrade advantage. That is huge, ladies and gentlemen. And because of that, he's able to force his opponent back. Very nicely done. Although he should now realize that there's a forward pylon, and he should probably go out to take it out. It looks like red will be retreating to the safety of space. Excuse me while I yawn. Like I said, it's 1:30. I like to stay up late and give you guys games, so you guys can watch and get your StarCraft fix, because I know I'm addicted to it. The army size has evened out. 52 under 53. That's just about... so close, legends. That's just about the same. Alrighty, looking at the units out, we have 8 stalkers and 2 zealots, and ooh, ladies and gentlemen, we have an immortal out for red. This could get interesting. I know I say that way too much. That's kind of like my wording. This could get interesting. We do have another pylon coming down here, maybe for some hidden tech. Another pylon coming in. He must be He's close to being supply blocked. He does a very good job, I've noticed, of keeping himself from getting supply blocked. And we have another gateway as he feels like he has too many resources to spend. Look how much gas. Plop down some more sentries. Sentries are great. They give the Guardian Shield, which gets an extra 2 armor. That is a lot of armor, especially on top of these guys' armor, especially the Stalkers. The Stalkers will then have 3 armor, and our friendly neighborhood zealot will also have 3 armor. That's a lot of armor, ladies and gentlemen. Those Guardian Shields are key. I'm not sure if they stack. I need to look that up, and I will let you know in my next cast if they do, but I think they might. So Stalkers are... no, never mind. That'd be too powerful if they do. I don't know. Somebody else can look it up and post it. I will look it up on the... by the way, and figure it out. These need to be changed into gateways. Well, that's one thing you need to watch. Right here is on a player's view is a list of stuff as it pops up. So one thing to remove, that is a very dangerous position for that immortal to be in. Level 1 ninja could send his units around and take this out, as he's not on the Zealot Naga watchtower, and I'm not sure he'd have enough warning to be able to move the immortal, especially if the zealots have charge, which they do. No, they do not. Oh, never mind. It does not look like they have it, as it is being researched as we speak. I should put that on the production tab. We are having hallucination. Very interesting. That's another thing you can do with lots and lots of sentries. Is hallucinate. Hallucinate some big units that take a lot of the focus fire. That is a very key thing. I've used that myself when I used to play random. I'd hallucinate units, send those in first to tank all the damage, and then send mine own in. What are those stalkers doing? Where did they come from? Guess they were just kind of sitting out there. He is going to be able to, looks like, now that charge is done, he looks like he's going to be able to take it out, and does not even lose a unit. That is huge, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at the losses. Amazingly, Blue has been able to keep himself in this game. In fact, not only keep himself in this game, but he is winning in the losses count. But he is now behind in the army count. Looking at the units, we have 2 more immortals coming in, 18 stalkers. We do have Dark Templar, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you heard me correctly. We have Dark Templar for level 1 ninja. And he just loves his Dark Templar. He really, really does. I've seen him use it in a game before. He really likes to cloak his units, which honestly is a very good strategy, because especially as a Terran, I hardly ever get detection out in time, and I usually end up getting killed. This probe is a little bit premature. Wait until you're around 200 or 300 to send this probe out, as there's not much he can do out there. I guess he can long distance mine, but he just sits there and can easily be spotted and sniped. Going back to the army tab, they look like they're evening up here, and are we going to get any hallucinations from these guys? They can hallucinate any of these units here, and some very fun ones I have hallucinated are some Colossus. I've also hallucinated some Archons to tank a lot of the damage, which can be extremely effective. Alrighty, looking at the view, he does not know there's a high yield, but it looks like he's going to be checking down here. He now does see the pylon. Is he going to be able to see the high yield? Yes, he does see the high yield. This, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be entertaining. I do not believe that there's any detection nearby. Looking around, it doesn't look like. So these Dark Templar are going to be able to have their own free run, as the Dark Templar are just destroying the Zealots. As you hear the Zealots scream into the air for ire as they die. The Dark Templar are going unchecked and just annihilating the forces. Here comes the Observer, but I think it is just too little, too late, as another... Yes, ladies and gentlemen, as another immortal is being sniped. Great play by level 1 ninja. I can see a promotion in your future, sir. Yes, I can. Here comes an Overseer coming in to check, as we have, looks like still 5 Dark Templar. Very nicely done. He's able to keep those Dark Templar alive. 10 Stalkers versus 13 Stalkers, although there are Dark Templar involved. Are the Dark Templar going to get focused? Yes, they are. And they are just annihilating this force. Even with the detection, there's just too many Dark Templar and too many Stalkers. Very, very nicely done. One thing that I don't like what level 1 ninja has done is he has put in a lot of resources into hallucination, but he hasn't used it at